Yo, salute. What up? What up? What up, Thomas? Nikolai? Biggs? What's going on, y'all? What up, Thomas? Biggs? Nikolai? What's going on, y'all? It's like some sort of delay between StreamYard and YouTube. Yeah. Hope everybody having a good Saturday. I don't mind tonight. I'm enjoying it. Like nice quiet Saturday. I didn't do nothing today at all. What up, Akil? What up, CJ? Just been chilling today. I felt like chilling today. Yeah, what up, Chris? What's going on, man? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, everybody hit that like button on the way in, please. Hey, Tina, what's going on? Yeah, hope everybody had a peaceful, quiet Saturday like me. And it was peaceful and quiet, too. I really do much. Hey, Sophia, such a pretty name. It's good to see you, sis. Integrity, what up, man? What's going on? Yeah, y'all, come on in the room. Hit that like button. People in here. Let's chat a little bit. What's going on, Dave? What's up, man? Salute. I'm trying not to get too excited tonight. You know, try to keep it, not too excited. But I probably will, though, just passionate. What up, CDL? Man, a lot going on. A lot going on. Y'all living in the same world I'm in, so same country I'm in, most of you. Bully Proof, what up, man? What's going on? Good to see you, bro. Yep, just passionate. Just passionate. What up, DB? Some things you need to be passionate about, though, And I'm gonna address a couple things tonight. Specifically, I want to address some comments that were made, which I think are kind of ridiculous. What up, Monte? On a couple of the lives and a particular video that I made, which I think is kind of stupid. I mean, I just think the I don't know if I want to call the opinion. I think the opinions were kind of ignorant because they got offended for something I think is ridiculous. I don't understand why you get offended if I just point out what's happening. What up, Rick? That's like a gaslighting tactic. You get mad at me because all I'm doing is basically talking about what someone is doing or what a whole group of people are doing. I think it's kind of stupid. I think it's dumb. And anytime you mention anything that has to do with that's something that may be considered racial or anything like that, everybody goes crazy, which is ridiculous because all you have to do is read history. That's part of the history of our country, man. It is. And you can't not talk about one thing just because you're gonna get upset about it. Don't be fragile. Put your big boy pants up. Pull your big boy pants up, put them on, and have a conversation. What up, Charles Henry? Some of it comes from single issue folks. Goes way beyond. Yeah, it does, Dave. It's way beyond single issue, for real. The gun thing is important, but it's beyond that. Especially myself, if I feel attacked, if I feel my children are being attacked, or I feel my grandchildren are being attacked, and that's how I see certain things as an attack. And the funny thing is, I don't just see it as an attack on myself or my own tribe or my own people, whatever you want to say it. I see it as an attack on others too. Because if you diminish accomplishments of my folk, you basically make other people ignorant. There is a thing there that they lose out on because they don't know the greatness of a thing. It's kind of crazy. I am a grandfather, Akil. Yes, I have 3 grandchildren. 2 granddaughters and a grandson. I do. They're lovely. So a Tesla driving alone, nobody was in it. Damn. Yes, I am a grandfather. But hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. It's I mean, I don't know. It's just stuff is not Stuff is not right. I don't care what you. And this is what I want to say too. And I hate that you have to say this because this has nothing to do with a political party. Seriously, it has nothing to do with a political party because I am not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat. I'm just an American. That's it. I consider myself to be a patriot. I'm just an American. I don't specifically generalize one group. I take the man in front of me for the man in front of me. If he's an asshole, I treat him like an asshole. If he's a nice guy, I treat him like a nice guy. I don't care if he, purple with pink polka dots, whatever. If you're not an ass, I'm not gonna treat you like one. Hollywood, what up? Thomas ain't that old, man. I'm old enough though. But when you see things that are disturbing, they just are. And when you see people do stupid stuff, I don't care what party it is, I'm gonna talk about it. Because people will say, well, because I've had to say to them, you didn't say nothing when Sleepy Joe was the president. All this stupid shit wasn't going on when he was the president. Because if it was, I would have said something about it. When I think that there's an attack on the American people, like I'm seeing, then I have to have something to say about it. I'm supposed to be a two-way advocate about the Second Amendment, about the Constitution. So if I see somebody just saying fuck the Constitution, I'm supposed to have something to say about it. So I'm gonna have something to say about it. And if you don't like it, hey man, there's a little button that you can click where you can go off and go somewhere else. Right? Because I respect everybody's opinion. So I ain't gotta agree with it. But because this is America, I expect you to be able to say your opinion, and you do have the right to speak it. And it's up to me as a real American to fight for you to say stuff, even if I think what you're saying is bullshit. That's the beauty of America. That's the beauty of it. Thank you, mechanic. What's up, man? What's going on? Yeah, you gotta call a spade a spade. Yeah, I'm like, that's why I'm like, I just want to, when I see stupid stuff going on, it's ridiculous. When I see that there's a disrespect for the American people, and I know there's a disrespect for the American people because a particular thing happened over the last couple days, and I don't remember exactly when the specific incident happened. So there were 4 young soldiers, our boys, over in Lithuania that died. They said they got killed in a training accident. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But they were killed. And generally, when something like that happens and when they bring our boys home, they bring our, the president is there. There's a story that's told about Barack Obama standing at attention for 4 hours when they were bringing young men off the plane who had died overseas fighting for our country, for our liberty. So we get these 4 young people. I'm not sure if they're all male, if there's men and women. I'm not sure who died. What up, old school? What's going on, y'all? And when there was a choice for our president to be at that ceremony to welcome our young men home, he decided that he wanted to go play golf and sit with the Saudis and have dinner and shit with them instead of being there to welcome our young men home. For that, I don't forgive. Because I remember back when there was an incident when Biden, and I'm going to call him by his name, when he was at that type of ceremony, and for some reason he kept looking at his watch. Now, I don't know why he was looking at his watch, but they made a big deal out of it. A huge deal. Oh my God, he's looking at his watch. It was a big giant thing. But this orange clown decided that he wasn't going to be there and go golfing. That's some disrespect, man. That's bullshit. For that, I cannot forgive. Right, exactly. But at least he was there, Charles. Exactly. I cannot forgive the fact that you weren't there. And these are supposed to be the people the law and order people. They're all about the Constitution. They're all about I'm coming to learn that that's bullshit. See, I'm funny because I sit in a funny political space. My biggest thing is I don't care who you are. If you're a Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, whatever, if you have a policy that I think is going to be good for me and my family and for America, I'll support you. I don't care. Because that's what it's about. It's about doing what's best for the American people. But I digress. To go back to this clown decided that he wasn't going to be there. Now, for any of you who are veterans or anything like that who served, I don't care if any time. I don't care if you never went over anywhere or did anything, or you were just in the military and you were just in a supply clerk or a secretary or whatever. You still were sworn oath to the Constitution. You were doing whatever you were doing, whatever your MOS was. And at some point in time, you could have got called up to go serve somewhere, and it's a possibility you could have died and had to leave your family or whatever. So there's no way in my mind that you can respect that. Even though he's President Bone Spurs too, he talks about his own personal Vietnam was trying to not get STDs while other guys were overseas dying. And he's just making fun. And he done made fun of war heroes and Gold Star families and all type of shit. He's a clown. So I can't respect him as a man because of that. And we ain't getting to the other shit of Medicare and Medicaid insurance and stuff like that. Stuff that's just it's because right now the oligarchs, the billionaires are in control, and they don't give a shit about the regular people. They don't. Who's calling me? I can't answer the phone. Can't answer the phone. Hold on, that's my wife trying to call me. Let me tell her I'm on the live. She should have known that. Yeah. What up, Norwood? So, like I was saying, it's to be committed to a cause outside yourself. I was one, and they deserve. Yes, exactly. You deserve way better. And you already know his feelings about people in the military. You think y'all guys are losers and suckers, especially the ones who went overseas and may have died and didn't come back home. He said it out of his own mouth, and he said it to another general who was an actual real soldier because he doesn't care, because he's a spoiled brat with a silver spoon in his mouth his whole life who ain't never had to do shit and ain't never done nothing and doesn't give a damn about regular people. That's just what it is. That's why hiding behind. Hold on a second, y'all. I'll be right back. Jesus, man. Oh, boy. No, they're not watching. And if she is watching, so what? She can hear my frustration. She know what I'm doing. She hear my frustration. No, man. She know what I'm doing. Yeah, but like I was saying, I'm gonna move past. Yeah, and I did see that because he is a draft dodger. That's what these. I mean, come on, man. You can't be down with these people. You can't. It just doesn't make sense to me. And then now, after me watching my 401k just lose money every day because I won't stop watching it. I mean, at one point, just see the little ticket just was going up and up and up, and all of a sudden, some idiot made some stupid decision and woo, thing went down. I think in like 2 days, I lost like 11K, something like that. And it may not be a lot to anybody else, but it's a lot to me. It's part of my retirement. I mean, we got to the point to where they almost had to. When the stock market loses, I forget how much it is. There's a mechanism where the stock market will just shut down. It's a circuit breaker. It'll just trip the circuit. And we haven't had that happen, I think, since the whole COVID thing. And we got 1% to it. I think it's 7%. We got 6%. We almost got there to that thing. But we've lost about $2 trillion worth of value in the last couple days. In the last, like, maybe 3-4 days, I think it was, something like that. $2 trillion is a lot. Apple lost $250 million in I think it was million, I'm not sure, billion in their value. So basically just taking the economy based off of something stupid that's not even real. And if you go do your research and find out, they're doing it based off of math that's not even real and not even correct. There's a clown that he has in his administration, or not even the administration that's around him, named Peter Navarro, who made up some bullshit about something that was supposed to be from some financial expert that doesn't even exist. He used some sort of anagram using his name and made up some fake guy, and they're using some bullshit. I mean, just tanking everything because they don't care about the American people. You don't care. The same way he's supposed to be a billionaire, and them golf trips cost $26 million every time. But you're talking about getting rid of waste and fraud and all that. And I'm with that. If there's waste and fraud going on in the government, get rid of it. I'm cool with that. But to just decide you want to fire 80,000 people, 100,000 people and all that stuff is ridiculous. Yeah, Greg T. Joe Biden, worst president ever. Okay, if that's what you think, that's fine. I don't even care about that. I'm thinking about doing the same thing. I'm thinking about just taking a whole lot of it and just dumping it into some gold or something. I'm thinking about that. I'm going to wait and see what happens next week. I mean, Greg T, man, you can think whatever you want. He's the worst president ever. But prove to me he was the worst president ever. Because what's going on now never happened under him, ever. See, because I know you're probably going to be a double standard type guy, because the people that I'm pretty sure you fuck with and represent, when the stock market was booming, oh, man, it was so great. Look at President Trump. Oh, the stock market is booming. Now that he done tanked the shit, oh, the stock market don't matter. You want to gaslight people. It's gaslighting. That's what it is. Because it mattered before. And if under Joe Biden, if it was bad, oh my God, he's the worst ever. But now that your boy is fucking shit up, it's a whole different story now. Come on, man. Miss me with that bullshit, yo. If you're going to be genuine, have a genuine conversation. Don't hit me with no bullshit, man. I don't mind arguing, going back and forth with nobody. I actually kind of like it. It's fun. Because all I'm going to do is wait for you to say some stupid shit and just beat you over the head with your own words. And he was the worst president ever. You give me proof why. And you can't. You're going to try. And don't give me no Fox News talking points or Newsmax and other bullshit. Or from nobody. Give me some cold hard facts from yourself. Because I know I watch my 401k and my money keep moving and going. I know we had a strong ass economy. See, but they do this every time they take over. They take over some shit from one administration. They move in and then they fuck shit up. That's what happens. This is a long war that's going on. All politicians are pieces of. Yeah, I believe it. I don't believe it in pretty either. I mean, integrity. I believe that we are now in an actual civil war right now. Just not one shot has been fired. See, personal salary is only 5% of the federal budget. You could fire. Yes, it's bullshit, Dave. The things that they need to go after, they won't go after. All these clowns are trying to do, they're trying to find a way to steal $4 trillion so they can do that stupid tax cut that they want to do. That's what they want to do. That's what that's all about. And I already got my own things about Musk, because he's as far as I'm concerned, he's just a freaking immigrant running around here, the one that he talking so much shit about, running through our government. They letting them do it. He ain't nobody's patriot. He don't give a shit about the American people. He didn't give a shit about his own children. So fuck you care about me and you. He don't. Joe sent trillions. I don't give a fuck if he sent trillions to Ukraine. So what? And that gives me an understanding that you don't understand how that works either. Because he didn't just send them money. See, because what happens is a country asks us for something. Let's take Ukraine, for example. because maybe you don't know. What ends up happening is we take our old equipment that we already have that's very costly and expensive to get rid of, and we send it to them. And what ends up happening, that money, they get some cash, but they don't get all that cash. A lot of that money gets reinvested back into our country to make new weaponry. That's how that stuff works. And you can go look it up. I ain't just making it up. Now, we do send them some cash. That's true. But all this trillions of dollars, I don't give a shit. They were supposed to be a bulwark against a certain thing. So I understand global politics too. And I don't give a shit if they're sitting on Russia's doorstep. That's the thing. Oh, what Russia's supposed to do? In my head, fuck them. I'm an American. I care about our interests. And if us having Ukraine under our thumb some sort of way helps fuck with the Russians, good. So I think about it that way. You're talking about you sending money. And I don't think, as a matter of fact, because if that's the case, all the administrations send money all over the world and never take care of the American people. So don't all of a sudden now get your pennies in a bunch over Joe Biden. Because where was your ass at saying that shit before? Because Bush has done it. Reagan has done it. Everybody has done it. They all do it. All the administrations. But now all of a sudden, because we got the orange clown in there, who for some reason y'all seem to be in some sort of cult, the MAGA cult, and nobody can listen to this fool. All you gotta do is he open his mouth for 5 seconds and start talking, and you know he don't know shit. That's all you gotta do. But you're too busy under whatever spell he got going on, because there's something inside him, and I dare to say there's some hateful shit inside of him that you fucking actually respond to. So you just make excuses for him. Joe didn't make the highest inflation. It was inflation that was higher. And the fact of the matter is inflation was going down, and now inflation is going back up. See, you wanna, if you want to have a real conversation, have a real conversation. I'll drop the link. You can come on here. We can talk about that shit. I ain't scared of that. You just talking a whole bunch of shit, because all I know is when that man left office, the economy was in a good spot. We were moving in a better space than we are now. Now we're right back down. Then the biggest thing was, the eggs. Talking about eggs done going down 69%. That's a fucking lie. Eggs are still $6 a fucking dozen. They ain't going down no 69%. All they do is lie. It's gaslighting. And if you're not smart enough to go out there and find out for yourself, then that's on you for being a dumbass. That's right. 75% of what we send was old equipment that we wouldn't issue. That's right. Because that's how that works. We send the old stuff that's better than what they have, because eventually it's expensive for us to destroy it. So that money gets reallocated to places where they have different places where we make munitions and where we make equipment and stuff. It ends up going in. It ends up helping our economy to a certain extent. But they don't frame it that way, because there's this narrative that it's supposed to be, because we're just giving all this money to the Ukraine. Go do your research, man. Go do your research on inflation. Go check all that stuff. Go see. Because our economy started tanking when this motherfucker got in office. Inflation was bad. Prices were going up. That's true. I can't even say that it's not true. But this fool is doing dumb shit. Is ruining our reputation on the world stage. There's a new electric car company starting that too. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care if Tesla goes out of business. I don't give a damn. That's how I know they're on bullshit too, because you got a presidential administration doing a fucking car commercial on the grounds of the White House. Because this clown spent $250 million or whatever on his campaign, and now he got to pay him back. Don't you see that that's some bullshit? You don't see that? That's bullshit. And you want to know something? He's probably not the first to do it, but he's the first one stupid enough to just put it out there and show you. So now that I know what up, Tapman. Since none of these politicians really come from a true struggle, right? They don't. We got a bunch of millionaires and billionaires telling us how shit's supposed to be. Yeah, I hope it does go out of business. I hope the damn company goes right the fuck out of business. Because you can't run a government like a private corporation. That's not how that works. There's too many tentacles, other stuff going on. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, just tell me some shit that's, if you do some shit that's good, I'm cool with that. But right now, everything is fucked up. I don't care what you say. You're attacking Canada. You're attacking Mexico. You're attacking people in the EU. You're adding tariffs to things at a ridiculous rate that don't even add up because you're using some stupid math that doesn't work. What up, Howard J? He said, I spent over 30 years with the government service, and they're so damn dirty. But yeah. I mean, and we all know nobody likes the government. I don't like the government. Nobody likes them. But there is a way that you do shit. There's a way that you do stuff. And because I see somebody who's a robber baron just trying to basically rob the fucking treasury, which is what they're trying to do, because they just want to give money to a specific amount of people. And like they're trying to rob the treasury because they want to give it to us. If we ask them for anything, oh, there's always a problem. Oh, how are you going to pay for it? Where's it going to go? How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? But if they want to do some shit, oh, let's just fuck everything up. Let's rob Medicare. Let's rob Medicaid. Let's rob Social Security. You had that fool who's the head of the whatever the finance, whatever the fucking guy name is, Ludnick or whatever, actually get on national television and say, well, you know, if your grandmother doesn't get her Social Security check, or if my mother doesn't get a Social Security check, oh, that's fine. It's okay if she just misses it. That's because you're a billionaire, motherfucker, and all you gotta do is write your mom's a check, and you can take care of her. Everybody can't do that. Oh yeah, integrity, I know that, but they're trying to rob it even more. They've been robbing shit. That's why I'm like, it's nothing new. Right, exactly. No tariffs against Russia. Because these guys are Russian assets, man. These guys are stupid. It's almost like it's a concerted effort to just destroy everything just cause. And I'm not making no excuses for them. If they were doing the same dumb shit in the last administration, I'd have been saying the same shit. You bunch of fucking idiots. What are you doing? You're killing everything. But no. Right wing, left wing, they're all same bird. It's all corrupted. Oh, I know it is. I know it's all corrupted. So tell me what is corrupted about President Orangehead, President Trump right now. Tell me. Because you had plenty of shit to say about Joe Biden a second ago. So tell me what the fuck that this other asshole that's in office right now is doing. So don't try to flip it. Now you want to say, oh, the right wing, left wing, and they all part of the same bird. I know that. But you was talking some other bullshit just a second ago. So if you're going to say something, come all the way out with that shit. Don't try to backtrack now with some bullshit. Fuck all that. That's what you're trying to do. You can't gaslight me and get by me with that dumb shit. All of a sudden now it's all part of the same bird. Just a second ago, you was blaming Joe Biden for some shit. And your information was wrong. But now you're going to talk about the all part of the same bird. See, I know that. But I'll be equal with that shit. I ain't going to just throw out there, oh yeah, this one's doing that. No. But that's what you did. What up, STD? Now all of a sudden you want to backtrack on that shit. Hit me with some facts, man. Well, shut the fuck up. Seriously. Come with that bullshit now. Shit, what up, STD, man? Yeah, man. Motherfuckers fucking everything up. People just sit back like everything is okay. Nah, fuck out of here, man. See, because what happens is it's always a slow burn. It's a slow roll. It's a slow thing that happens. Eventually, it reaches you, and eventually, it messes with you. Like it's reaching me already. Like I'm saying, I'm losing money. So much to the point that I'm willing to just pull it all out and even take a penalty to move it and put it somewhere else. Because I don't trust what's going on. And I don't trust what's going to happen. Because the lunatics are running the asylum. Because they don't give a shit. Because it don't affect them. Who's the guy who does Barstool Sports? I forget his name. He a big Trump supporter. Dude did a TikTok or whatever live. He lost like $7 million in one day because of the bullshit that's going on. Now for him losing $7 million might be like me losing 11,000 because he got millions of dollars. But for some reason, they still gonna make some sort of freaking excuse about it. What up, Cherokee? Some sort of excuse is gonna be made because you're in some sort of goddamn cult, which I don't understand. Where it don't matter what happens, you're gonna see you're just gonna make some sort of fucking excuse. And those are the ones that I like. Because what happens is as soon as you start hitting them with logic and actual facts, you can watch their mind go, how am I going to defend this? Then they start deflecting and talking about some other dumb shit. It's crazy. Let's point the finger with all of this foul criminal activity started taking your retirement, Social Security, and fucking medical stuff. How the situation, overall cost of living. Yeah, I mean, listen. I know what happens. See, and because I don't want to be a partisan, but there is a thing, and you can look at history of what happens. When there is a Democratic administration going on, they got some stupid shit going on with them because I think they go way too far left. They do. What up, Mr. Biggs? And there's some stuff that they do that I don't agree with. But during those times, the country be having prosperous times. History will show you that. You can have it. As soon as they turn the shit over to a Republican, bullshit starts happening. It's the truth. Look at it. History will prove me right. Barack Obama handed a great economy over to the clown, orange clown head. He fucked it up then. Now, I give him some leeway on that because COVID came in and fucked up everything. He turned that shit over to Biden. Shit was fucked up, but shit started going in the right direction. Now, shit's all fucked up again because we got a dumbass who don't know how to do shit. He is a degenerate businessman. I've known about this clown longer than most of you. I'm from New York. I'm from his market. I know people personally who got fucked by him, who didn't get paid and shit like that. It may be new to you, but he ain't new to me. That Celebrity Apprentice and all that other, that's bullshit. That shit it doesn't make me move any kind of way. Because he was he's a degenerate businessman. He can't have anything successful. The most success he's ever had is the grift that he's running on a lot of these MAGA motherfuckers running around here now. He's a grifter. And you believe in this bullshit. And now they even getting fucked up because they're like, what the fuck is he doing us? We ain't vote for this. Because you was too stupid not to listen to him when he was doing dumb shit. Joe definitely worse than Trump. LOL. I think Trump trying to experiment with some shit. He ain't experimenting with shit. Numbnuts. They did this shit back in the 30s. Go look at your fucking history, man. They tried this dumb shit, and he's doing worse than they did now. That's how we had a Great Depression. Just fucking learn your motherfucking history, man. It's called a smoot something, and I learned that shit the first time I saw fucking Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's one of my favorite movies, and it's in the scene where they talk about it. Smoot Hawley or some shit that they tried to do back then and caused the Great motherfucking Depression. The same shit he's doing now because that shit doesn't work. It didn't work then, and it's not going to work now because we're more globally connected. We live in a global economy. We're not isolationists. You can't do that because you put a tariff on another company. Oh, you better pick your car and you better move your plant here. They ain't moving shit here. They'll go somewhere else and they'll go around the United States, which is what they're planning to do. All he's doing is making China stronger. Go learn how the fucking world economy actually fucking works. Not the bullshit that they teach you on Fox News or Newsmax, whatever the fuck you watching. You don't experiment. Don't experiment with my money. You got it. Don't experiment with my money. But it's because he doesn't care, because he's a fucking grifter and a clown. And those people that he got there with him are all rich, and they don't give a shit because they could care less what a gallon of milk costs and what a dozen of eggs cost and a loaf of bread and some cooking oil and how much gas costs. They don't give a shit. Because if I got $200 million, I don't give a shit about none of that. I wipe my ass for $100 bills if I had $200 million. Don't be blind and don't see that. See, gas was $1.99. The eggs weren't an issue when Orange Man was in the first time. Joe Biden done twisted things up, dude. Not many people can say they were in a better place financially when Biden was in. You want to know something, DB? I wasn't fucked up when Biden was the president. So that's why I keep trying to hear that. You keep making these excuses. Gas was $1.99. So, yeah, okay. Gas was $1.99. But shit started fucking up and going up when COVID hit. Even if he was doing good, that's fine. And if that's fine and gas was good, that's fine. That was back then. That's not now. Now shit is fucked up. And Joe Biden didn't fuck shit up. All of a sudden it just happened because of him. Because you want to be a loyalist to one party, that's on you. If that's what you want to do, knock yourself out. But you can't gaslight me with that bullshit. Because you want to know something? I was doing good during Biden. I was doing good during Trump. I was doing good during Obama. I'm still doing relatively good now. I'm watching my retirement fuck up. But I'm not starving. Oh, I'm not starving at all. So you can't beat me in the head with that bullshit. Thank you, Biggs. I appreciate you, brother. You can have business in two nations and make more money. Yeah, it's true. Just visit the White House. I mean, listen, man. I don't want to go visit there. And now I'm going to shift from economics. Because I've been getting a lot of comments about, I was with you on what you were saying until you started getting to that racial talk. Oh, man. You got the clown ass, the pussy dudes who's scared to hear anything because they start feeling guilty about some bullshit. If you ain't do nothing and you an ally or an accomplice and you understand what's going on, I don't care if you're white, whatever you are, you ain't going to give a fuck about what I'm saying. Because there is an effort, a consistent effort. And I'm not even talking about the whole DEI shit, because anybody understands DEI didn't benefit black folks like that anyway. It benefited everybody else more. We see, grab your lead and popcorn. You're witnessing a total collapse in society. Oh, yeah, I know. I know what's happening. I know what's going on. And I'm going back to the racial thing. People always come, I was with you until you started getting racial. What you say? Let me see what this guy said. He's talking some stupid shit. Trump playing with people's money. At least he doing it in front of your face, unlike the others. Joe Biden, inflation, open borders. You sound fucking stupid, Greg. You sound stupid, man. I mean, I'm just going to tell you straight up. You sound stupid. You saying this shit like it makes it okay. At least he's doing it in front of your face. I don't give a fuck if he was doing it behind my back. If the shit is fucking me up, it's fucking me up. You sound stupid. You don't even sound logical, man. But I'm just going to let you have your say because have your say. I don't give a fuck. But you sound like a fucking idiot. Just talking. Regardless, I live below mommy. DB, listen. I'm cool with that, man. I understand that. 340 last night, 6,000 days, a product of the Biden. No, it's not. It's a product of things going a certain way in the world, man. See, and you want to know something? I'll give you that. I'll give you all of that. I'll give it to you. Fine. It happened because of that. What's getting fucked up now ain't got nothing to do with him. I'll give it to you. I'll give you all of that shit. I'll give it to you. But what's happening now is happening now. And what's happening now wasn't going on in the last 4 years. Eggs went up. Yeah, gas went up. My gas wasn't $3.40 here. It was cheaper than that. And that depends on what part of the country that you're in. I'll give you all of that. But what's happening now is the bullshit happening now. I don't give a fuck about what happened before. I care about what's going on right now. Because what's going on now wasn't going on 6 months ago. You can talk on, and if you can show me where it was, then show me. Because it wasn't happening. Because I didn't have to like those people that were there running shit, but they were doing shit better than this. I wasn't watching my money just fly out the fucking window and watching us on the freaking grand stage of the world, everybody looking like a bunch of assholes. Can't just move 401k to an IRA. No, you can't just do that. There's a penalty for that. You can move stuff around, but there's a penalty. I don't want my money in that either. I don't want it. And the funny thing is, I have a Roth too. I have regular 401k. I have Roth. I don't want my money to be in there because it's too volatile. I want to take it out and put it somewhere hard. I want to put it with some gold and some silver and some other stuff. Because that stuff always gonna be worth something. I don't care if I had a fucking safe full of gold coins. There's always going to be ways to do stuff. You can't just be moving stuff around like that. That's not how stuff works. That's why I say if I want to pull money out of it now because of my age, I'm going to have to take a penalty. But I'm willing to take that penalty. Just pay the shit off next year. I just keep my shit out of my mouth. Yeah, sometimes, sometimes. But we're getting back into the racial thing. Because you got an apartheid South African running around through our government, doing all type of dumb shit, who don't give a fuck about the American people. Then you got them with a concerted effort to erase anything and everything that shows accomplishments of Black Americans in this country. And that's going on. And I don't care if he got up on during Black History Month and said, "Oh, I'm gonna make a garden and I'm gonna put a statue in there." Whoever the fuck they want to put has different people in there. It's gonna be a statue of Kobe Bryant or that don't mean shit. When you start systematically going into systems and erasing all of our accomplishments, they're trying to do some shit where they want to take away the funding from the African American Museum that they just built over there, the Smithsonian. There is a concerted effort to erase anything and everything that we've ever done as some sort of accomplishment. And you can't say it's not true because they're doing it. That's what it's all about. And when it boils down to, that's what I think it's all about. I don't think it's about anything else. It's about manifest destiny, trying to recreate the golden age, and erasing anything and everything that is an accomplishment for Black folks. Because the fact of the matter is we built this motherfucker. We had an industrial revolution in this bitch because of my people. It was built on it with their blood and on their backs. But nobody want to talk about that. But that's the truth. That's why we are who we are today. Because my ancestors who got fucked over and did dumb shit to and didn't get what they were supposed to get were out there in them fields and doing shit and building the wealth of this motherfucking country. That's where the roots of that shit come from. Now you go dig and you learn your history about that shit. Because first of all, the first blood that watered the Tree of Liberty was a gentleman by the name of Crispus Attucks, a black man who shed the first blood for this motherfucker. So that's why I always say I ain't going nowhere. I own this bitch. My people fucking fertilized that motherfucking seed that started the liberty. And that's history. You ain't gotta believe if you don't want. Go look that shit up. It was a black man that did that shit. He hit the first drop of blood that watered that Tree of Liberty was a black man. It is what it is. You ain't gotta like it, but it is. I'm gonna move my retirement to process. Listen, pimp by the name of Fillmore Slim said, he said, pussy gonna sell when cotton and comb won't. That's what he said. And that's the truth, integrity. Why they need to celebrate my accomplishments? That's gay. See, I don't know what you mean by that. And it's not about celebrating anything. It's about if I contributed to what they call the quote unquote greatness of America, it is what it is. And what's wrong with us? What's wrong with that? See, and I'm not going to get into some sort of philosophical argument with you about it. What's wrong with it? I know that there are things that are there in place for people to see. And what they're trying to do is erase all of it. You tell me why it's okay. It's not. A certain dynasty is falling and they're doing everything in their power to stop. Yeah, I mean, I know that. It's because they're not making it's about white replacement theory and all that other shit. You know, a bunch of other shit we could talk about. I mean, I know we was here first. This is our shit. I know we were. We were coming to North America long before people no fucking knew. I know that. I like the old way. Put my money in my home. If I need the help of a person, I may make 60% profit off him. He play dumb. You see God, I make profit more money. Oh. Right. You know why it's not taught, Charles? It's not taught because they want them to see us a certain way. That's why. It's too busy trying to figure out, like I said, it's about manifest destiny because they believe everything belongs to them. It's too busy trying to figure out and make somebody an other. All of those scientists that came along that created all this bullshit that we got going on with race and they're superior and all this, they were all a bunch of fucking white bigots. All of them. That's who created a lot of this shit. Because I say some shit and fuck people head up. Because you look at us. I'm talking about black people. You look at our folk. And you look at our children. They're always bigger, stronger. I know that because I got a black son, a young boy, who's been towering over them little white kids he's been in school with forever. And it ain't just because of daddy big. It's the genes, it's the stock that we come from. See, I ain't gonna get into the whole superiority shit, but I could. And I'll piss off a lot of motherfuckers if I did. But you wanna know something? It's them. And when I say them, I'm talking about white people. Not all, but it was their grandfathers and great-grandparents and great-great-grandma who started all this bullshit. And then I'm not supposed to talk about it at all. That's some bullshit. You're fucking right I'm supposed to talk about it because it make you uncomfortable. Fuck you. It was uncomfortable when you were raping our women and raping our men and killing our children and doing all type of bullshit. That was uncomfortable because you got to hear some shit that your forefathers did. Now you uncomfortable? Fuck you. Be uncomfortable. I don't give a shit. That's a disingenuous conversation where I can't talk about the bullshit that you did. But every time you turn around, you talk about some shit about we violent, black people are violent and shit. Like, fuck all that. That's bullshit. If we violent, we learned about watching y'all motherfuckers. The violent, stealing, rapingist, pillaging motherfuckers on the planet are white Europeans. You don't gotta like it, but it is what it is. History proves me right, motherfucker. That's why they call you motherfuckers colonizers. Now, it ain't everyone, but you come from a lineage of evil. Go do your motherfucking history. Find out where the fuck you come from. I haven't woke up one day in my life and strive to have others celebrate my accomplishment. See, but take this, and I get that. That's you. If you're talking on a personal level, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, you have to. Let's start at 6,000 years ago, but the fact the earth and everything. Yeah. For people jealous, we own the world first. I mean, we own the world now. You take a white woman, you take a black man, they have a baby. The baby black, it ain't white. You take a white man, you take a black woman, they have a baby, the baby black, it ain't white. We are the dominant on the planet. There's more brown on the planet than white. The white shit is a recessive gene, but we ain't gonna get that either. And our people too, of course. Yeah. Right. We are the global majority. That's a fact. It's a fact. 100%. I don't disagree with your historical sentiment, but we can't live on our ancestors' laurels our way. More folks. Yeah, you want to know something, Tank? I understand that we can't, but I don't believe that it should be wiped out either. I don't believe that it should. And the fact that they just decided to do it, it's a hate thing behind it. So because I know there's a hate thing behind it, I have to speak about it. That's why. See what Cherokee say. Agree. Noah's 3 sons, Japheth from Asia. Ham was 2 start African Asia. Shem was all Middle East. Yeah, I mean, yo, man. If I go back and get into my biblical bag, and I go back into that, when they talk about the Garden of Eden, that shit wasn't in fucking Europe. Matter of fact, all them historical characters, they made Jesus white. Ain't no white fucking Jesus. The motherfucker came from the desert. Ain't no way you walking around in the desert with blonde hair and blue motherfucking eyes with white pale skin. You in the sun, you at least gonna have a motherfucking suntan. That's bullshit. They're afraid of us because they're lineage. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's the white replacement theory. They're scared because they ain't making enough babies. That's why true, like real hateful white supremacists hate to see a white woman with a black man. They hate to see that shit. They hate to see interracial shit. Because it's them getting canceled out. Because whatever we get with, that thing becomes us. It ain't the other way around. It's just how it is. God made it that way. Or science, whatever. If you believe in God or whatever. It is that way. It is what it is. I mean, it just is. And people never want to talk about this stuff. It's always okay for everybody else in America to talk about who they are and their lineage or whatever, except Black Americans or people from African descent, whatever you want to call yourself. It's always okay for everybody else to talk about shit except us. If we talk about something, there's a problem. Like you gave us something. You didn't give us shit. What you owe us, you never gave. Where my 40 acres and my mule at? You never gave it. But when the slave owners lost their slaves, you gave them motherfuckers reparations. And they were some of the cruelest, cold-hearted bastards on the motherfucking planet doing all type of shit. Raping women, raping men, all type of shit. You gave them motherfuckers reparations, though. You don't believe it? Look it up. It's part of history. Yeah, you don't have to like the truth, but it is the truth. That's right. Exactly. What up, KLG? What up to everybody else who I didn't see coming in, man? That there's a thing going on right now, and it concerns me because I have family in this world. I have a son. I have grandchildren. I have people in this world that I love. There's a community that I'm a part of that I love, who the majority of them look like me. And then there's others who don't look like me, but who are part of the community, who are down for the cause, and who are allies and stuff, and they with us. Like I say, I may be fucked up, but I believe in the American ideal. I believe in what it can be. But you got to stop lying to people. That's the problem. You're lying. And for some reason, they hate us. And I know why you hate us. Because they like to run around thinking like they're superior, but they're not. They know they're not. In their heart, they know they're not. That's why they made up bullshit to disparage us. That's why they took the thing that's supposed to be one of the most powerful things ever created. And I'm talking about Jesus and God. And you made him white. When the book that you read that espouses to who he is even gives you a description of him. And he wasn't lily white with blonde hair walking around. He wasn't. He had hair like mine. and his feet was like brass. He wasn't a lily white dude. I tell my son all the time, ain't no white Jesus. I don't believe in the white Jesus. Some people say it didn't even exist. But it is what it is. I know in that book, it gives a description of who he is. And they've been trying for years to make him something other than what he is. It's to diminish who we are. That's why you had different rebellions and different revolts and things like that. That's what happened with Nat Turner. Nat Turner started reading that Bible and started picking through that shit and saying, wait a minute, something ain't right. This bullshit that these motherfuckers been telling me wasn't right. And that's why he decided to revolt and kill a bunch of motherfuckers. It is what it is. It's history. Look it up. Black people got to stick together. Yo, you want to know something, Greg? They do. We do. We do have to. That's why I'm glad nobody was out protesting today. I hope nobody was. I ain't protesting nothing. It's time to sit down, sit back. We done all the protesting. We done got our ass kicked. As soon as we get involved, they want to fucking shoot and kill us. But you can have a whole sea full of white folk doing shit. They ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing to them. That's historical too. That's right. Skin of bronze, hair of war. You got it. Exactly, Biggs. Some income taxes were developed for the rebuilding of the South. Yeah, listen. Speak them facts, man. The American dream is over. $500,000 houses, $70,000 cars. People can't afford the inflation on any average. You want to know something, BB? I understand what you're saying, man. But what has to happen is the people have to stand up and make shit happen. That's what has to happen. We've become so docile and just sitting around like, the people have to rise up. The government is supposed to be for the people and by the people. And we can make shit happen if we decide to get up and rise up. See, that's what I'm telling you. Because that whole January 6th thing, where the motherfuckers decided, fuck that, we don't like what's going on and we're going to storm the Capitol, that shit means something. Don't forget that. What up, Focus Trip? No white Jesus, I say that. Golden color. Yeah, there isn't any. I don't know what TLDR is. I don't know what that is. Man, hands off protests in the blue states. I mean, they have had. There was a bunch of stuff going on today. As long as the people don't look like me, they can get away with doing shit. That's why you storm the fucking Capitol. You do a bunch of bullshit, shit on people's desks, hurt police officers, do all type of shit. And the motherfucking dude in the White House, he a white supremacist too. He free everybody. Don't even take the time to keep the people in there who actually did some bullshit. When they all did some bullshit, we just free everybody. It's bullshit. If you're black and still believe in Jesus, just slap yourself. I mean, Greg, whatever, man. I mean, slap yourself for what? We can get into a whole bunch of other historical shit and one like that, but there's some stuff and there's some things and there's some validity to that stuff that help people move forward and help people stay alive and help people be strong. So we can that's a whole other bag, getting into the whole religious thing. That's a whole other bag. That's totally different. January 6th was a peaceful protest. That's our house to march into. No, DB, January 6th wasn't a peaceful protest. You can keep talking that shit if you want to. It wasn't a peaceful protest. That's bullshit. That's some propaganda. What up, BTG? It wasn't peaceful. Anytime a motherfucker standing outside with a gallows, talking about you gonna hang somebody and all type of shit, it wasn't peaceful. Them cops got fucked up. They overran that place. And you can't just go into any way that you want to and just do whatever you want. And you can talk that shit about, it's the people's house. Yeah, it's the people's house, but there's rules going into that motherfucking house. And those shits have been established and set up for a long time. And because someone decides to get violent and just do some shit, that don't make it right. Just, it's the people's house. They can just do what they want. That's bullshit. You tricking yourself into believing that shit. But then they'd be the next person behind, talk about law and order or some type of shit like that. Because I guarantee you, if all of those people that were storming that fucking place were black, they would start shooting them motherfuckers. 100%. I can guarantee you they would have shot them. Yeah, so what? He's fighting a lot of black people. And that don't mean shit. You do anything when you're a motherfucker like that because it's the optics that matter to you. Because you want people to see you a certain way. I don't care if you pardon 1,000 black people, but then you behind some other shit that's trying to erase who people are. That don't mean shit. Come on, man. You gotta do better than that. I don't give a fuck who he pardoned. Because he pardoned what? Motherfucking whoever the guy was that was down with Death Row and fucking one of the rappers went, I don't give a shit about that. That shit don't do nothing to help black people because he pardoned them. So fucking what? What that mean? So burning cities, towns, and destroying your town and other people's homes and businesses, okay? You want to know something? It depends on the circumstance. What up, Jumpy? What's going on? It depends on the circumstance. See, when you have a people who don't own anything, they don't give a fuck about that. They'll burn this shit down because if you want to call it rioting or want to do whatever you want, yeah, I am from New York. They'll burn this shit down. So you start looking at these moral dilemmas, and they're greater conversations that you can get into and you can have about these things. Because everything is not black and white. A lot of stuff is in the nuance area. A lot of it. Only shot fired on January 6th by a security guard cop. Peaceful march and protest. You can keep talking all that shit if you want to. You can say that shit till your motherfucking head fall off. It wasn't peaceful, nothing. The motherfuckers went there to fuck shit up. Because if it was peaceful, they wouldn't have knocked the fucking police down and just went through the fucking barriers and did whatever they want. It wasn't peaceful. You can keep talking that propaganda bullshit if you want to. That's bullshit. And I tell you that. I tell you that to your face. That's bullshit. And then they burn down other people's homes. I mean, CT, I don't know, man. It's those are talking points to put shit out. Those are just bullshit right-wing talking points. Come at me with your own shit. Don't hit me with no fucking talking points. Hit me with some facts. Nah, I can't. Jump, I can't. No, I can't do it. And what did I do? What because I'm a fat dude? No, I can't. So fucking what? And? Troll or you and I don't give a fuck. Trolls don't bother me. That shit don't mean nothing. You're just a motherfucker somewhere who was sitting behind a keyboard talking shit. Because if I was standing in front of your face, you wouldn't do a motherfucking thing. See, I roll like that. I'm old school. I ain't one of these new motherfuckers. Can you squat 315 below? Nope. Sure can't. I don't even know what the fuck that is. I don't give a fuck what it is. Keep going. Throw some more. So purple hair people and BLM being taken around the county and being funded by the left is cool to you. Now you keep talking about all this bullshit. There's people who fund shit on the left, and there's people who fund shit on the right. So it's okay with you when our Congress people go have meetings with white supremacist groups and have dinners and get money from them and shit. Is that okay with you? Is it? Purposely destroying cities and businesses funded by the left. You keep saying that. See, that's how I know you some sort of partisan. I'm not a partisan. If someone's burning down some shit they're not supposed to and they're doing some dumb shit, then that's fine. You want to know something? Nope, jump. I can't. You want to go? You want to keep going some more? Keep going. It's just entertainment for me, man. Keep going. I can run if I need to. If I need to run, I can run. I'll run through your fucking ass. See, all these fucking people got all this goddamn, this big bravado because they behind the screen or some shit. I like New Yorkers. They talk the best shit. Yeah, we do. We talk a lot of shit. A whole lot. You aren't partisan, but you're trying to incite a... How am I trying to incite a race war? Let's go. Let's have a conversation. You tell me how I'm trying to incite a race war when all I'm doing is talking about some shit that's going on that I didn't cause and I didn't do. Because I'm talking about some shit that's happening that someone else is doing, I'm inciting a race war? You sound like a fucking idiot. Give me some proof I'm inciting a race war. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And DB, I'm not disenchanted. I don't live in New York no more. I don't think like a New Yorker. I can't stand living in that city no more. I wouldn't want to live there for nothing. I'm not disenchanted because I don't agree with what you agree with. I'm disenchanted. Okay? Let's go. I want to know how I'm starting a race war. Let's go. Let's get into it. I want to know how I'm starting a race war. I ain't had New York water in years. There's so much thing there. There's no such thing as and Greg, see you and I get you right. And as a black man, I can't be racist. If you know what racism is, I don't have enough power to be racist. What up, $2? So just talk all that shit. How I'm starting a race war. I'm waiting for you to give me an answer about how I'm starting a race war. Because you come in here to talk shit, you think I'm not gonna answer you. Ain't no shit. My heart don't pump no motherfucking Kool-Aid. Go ahead. Don't you want to burn it all down to spite the whites because the blacks have nothing to lose? When did I ever say that? When did I ever say that? I want to burn it all down to spite the whites. When did I ever say that? Because it's apparently you've never been around to hear me talk. Because I understand that there's a certain portion of white people who down for some real shit. They're not on no bullshit. I didn't say that earlier. I never said that. I said that they want to burn everything. I never said that. You can't gaslight me, man. I never said that. Let's continue to discuss facts. These smooth brains. Yeah, I know. Listen, CT, I know, man. But it's fun. It's fun dealing with him. I don't know who he is. The only reason I didn't kick him out is because I don't give a fuck, bitch. Just stick to your points, Tubby, and stop backing out like a pussy. Man, fuck you. I'm a pussy, roll up. Fuck you. You know what a pussy I am. Yeah, roll up. Yeah, I'm a pussy. I'll be a pussy. Uh-huh. Roll up. I'm white and live with a black chick. DB, you want to know something? That don't mean shit because you white and you live with a black chick. Don't mean shit. That's like motherfuckers talking about I got white friends, talking about I got black friends. And you white and you got black friends. That don't mean shit. Because you fucking a black chick don't mean a motherfucking thing. Let me tell you. I just tell you straight up. That don't mean shit. And by you even making that statement, let me know there's a different mindset that you got. That's bullshit. Oh, I know it is BTG, but I like fucking with it. Yeah, I know your bitch ass talking shit, internet warrior. You ain't gonna do shit. Pull up. That shit don't scare me. I talk this shit because I want to. Because I feel that there's some shit going on I don't like. And that's what I'm gonna do. He just wanna be here talking shit, bitch. Yo, let him, man. Whatever. What if he fucking a black chick and he throwing up Romans and she throws up? This is the type of shit where you keep around because it's funny. It's funny. Right. Me too. I'm black and married to a black chick too. Yeah, I live with a black chick too. It's just $2 man is bullshit. That's the line they like to use. Oh, it's like you say, oh yeah, I'm not racist. I'm not a bigot. I have black friends. You're the biggest fucking bigot. The best one is I don't see color. Get the fuck away from me. You don't see color. You have to, motherfucker. That's part of who I am. It's part of my identity. It's part of my culture. If you don't, that means you totally disregard who the fuck I am. That's some bullshit. What I think about Mark Chopper house invasion, I think it was bullshit. That's what I think it was. That they had no evidence to go up in that man's house and they just ran up in there. They ran up in there because he was a black man with a bunch of guns trying to do something in his community. That's what I think about. Wholeheartedly what I think about. I know Chopper. Chopper doing what he do for his community. And they don't like what he doing. So somebody decided to do some bullshit with him. That's what I think about Mark Chopper. He's a good motherfucker. I done gave him money for his cause out of my own motherfucking pocket. That's what I think about. The whole plan is for everyone to fight each other and not focus on the fact that CT, I agree with you. I like turtles too. I'm rich cause a rich man let me in their home. Right. Me too. Right. I got a color TV. Yeah, all this stuff. That's all I'm like, yo, this stuff is funny to me. When they start talking this shit, they start getting personal with you about can you do these squats, can you do this, can they do that? That's exactly what they are. They smooth brain. And they would never say this shit to your face. They only say it because they're sitting behind a keyboard somewhere trying to act like they tough. That's all it is. See, and he hasn't re-engaged in cotton picking role play. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's clowns sitting behind keyboards who would never say this shit to your face because they get smacked in their fucking mouth. No, you wouldn't. You can talk all that shit if you want to. See, because I believe in free speech. I believe in all of that. But I also believe that behind your free speech, you might get smacked in your fucking mouth if you say the wrong thing. I believe in that too. That's what it is, a keyboard gangster, man. Right, it's funny and sad all at the same time. But see, I don't mind engaging with it. It's fun. That's what I'm saying. Listen, that shit don't scare me. I'm prepared to do whatever I need to do to protect me and mine. It is what it is. I'm a fat guy with guns. I ain't a fat guy with cakes, motherfucker. Feel a froggy jump, goddammit. I got something that'll solve your ass. You wouldn't do anything about it. You'd be out of breath before I lay you out. No, it wouldn't be. I don't fight no more. I don't fight like that. I don't. See, you don't know me. You don't know where I'm from and what I'll do. So you talk all that bullshit if you want. Yeah, see, and that's how I know you on bullshit. Real tough guys just are tough. They don't come online and talk shit. They just tough. That's how I know you're a pussy. So, peace, my nigga. Yep. That's how I know you're a pussy. So now I'm tired of dealing with you, so you gotta go. Hey, real question. Why is there a Black Miss America pageant and Black entertainment television if that shit said white people would be? DB, you asking these questions. So what you need to do is go read a history book. What up, Big Zo? Yep, you need to go read a history book. Because the reason why we have HBCUs, a black this, a black that, is because when black folks wanted to be a part of what I'm going to say the dominant society and wanted to be a part of stuff, what they did was they excluded us just because we were black. So that's why we have our own fraternities, we have our own schools, things of that nature. That's where all that stuff comes from. It's because you wouldn't allow black folks to be a part of the dominant society. That's where that came from. That's why they have all that. And the reason why you can't say some white shit is because they are the dominant society. That's why. See, we're discriminated against just because of who we are, just because of our being. And you may not understand that being a white guy. And you probably don't understand that. I don't care if you do live with a black woman. That don't mean shit. You don't live in this black skin, motherfucker. So it's totally different. You don't know. I don't give a shit who the president is. I've been around the world. Some countries make America seems like you know something, Greg. On some things you're saying, I don't disagree with. I don't think you're wrong. So much plan for tariffs is to have state reps come to Mar-a-Lago to beg them to lift the tariff. Exactly. All of this is about bending the knee to him because he wants to be a dictator. He wants to be a Xi Jinping. He wants to be a Vladimir Putin. He wants to be a Kim Jong-un. He admires them. You know why? Because deep down inside his heart, he's a pussy. And he thinks that they're strong men, so he wants people to come bend the knee to him. He a bitch ass. Man, that's what he a bitch ass. That's what it is. And he acts like one. All you gotta do is listen to him. Anybody who's ever been anywhere and been around real tough guys never tell you they're tough. You find out they're tough when they're fucking you up. That's how you find out they're tough. They don't have to tell you that because they know who they are on the inside. So they never have to tell you that. They know who they are. It's just like I've run across some guys who are like really, really rich in my job that I'm in. And these are the nicest, most humble guys ever. You know why? They don't got to prove nothing to you because they know they the shit. They know what they got. They know what they can do. They know they're smart. They're intelligent. They know how to run and make things move in this world. They're the movers and the shakers. They don't got to act like assholes because they know who they are. The guys who don't know who they are the ones who run around acting like fucking assholes. A guy who's confident in himself, he never have to do that shit because he know who he is and he don't give a fuck about what you think about him because he know he the shit because he believed that shit within himself. So that's why you can say whatever you want to say. You can call me fat. You can do whatever you want. I know who I am. I know the type of man I am. I know I'm a stand-up motherfucker. I know I'm loyal to the soil. I know if I'm with you, I'm with you. If you my man, you my man. If you my girl, you my girl. I know me. So I fuck all that other bullshit. White people have to stay in power because they're the weakest minority race. Well, I mean, Greg, it's just that they've been in power so long they don't want to give it up. One of the biggest telltale things I ever saw was during the Obama administration when he was trying to become president. He was running against John McCain. There was a lady right here in Ohio. It was Al Jazeera News. They were at a rally when he was trying to become the president. It was an older white lady, and I remember watching it because it didn't shock me, but it sort of set me back a little bit. She was like, "Oh no, we can't have a black president. Oh no, we can't have that because they'll be in power." She stopped short of what she was going to say because what she wanted to say, really, what was in her heart was because they're going to do the same shit to us that we did to them. But she just stopped. Because that's the fear. The fear is if those people get in power, they'll fuck us the same way we fuck them. Let's just get down to the root of it. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Haven't you heard? He wants to use the military. Yeah, he wants to use the military. Yeah, he does. Everyone have plan. Yeah, everyone does have a plan until they get punched in the face. That's true. That's true. Michael Bone. When you tell racist white people the truth about themselves, they call the truth being racist. They want to be racist without you saying anything. Facts, Michael. That's a fact, sir. You can't never speak any truth because you start speaking the truth about what's going on and you speak to their bullshit, then you're being racist. That is the bunch of most gaslighting bullshit I've ever heard of. Because I'm telling you about what your folk did, I'm racist. Because I'm calling you on your racism, I'm racist. That's bullshit. And then I'm one of those people that believe, as a black man, I can't be racist. It's impossible. I don't have enough power to be able to be a racist. Now, I may be a bigot from time to time, but I'm not a racist. And the only reason I'll treat you that way and act like a bigot is because you act like an asshole and because you being a racist prick or you being a bigoted prick. And I'm going to show you that, no, you shouldn't do that. Because as a human being, I'm not supposed to just be a hateful ass motherfucker. That's not what I'm supposed to be. Especially if you didn't do nothing to me. Did it all about yeah. Joe Biden's still the worst president ever. Whatever you believe, Greg. I mean, yo, whatever you believe, man. I don't think he was any worse than any other. That's the thing. I don't think he was any worse than any other. But this clown we got running shit now, he's just stupid. That's the problem. He's stupid. He's a dumbass. And he's surrounded by a bunch of other people who don't give a fuck, who allow him to be dumb. And then you have a Congress and a Senate who are not men and not real women. They have no balls, no cojones, no nothing. And they want to just let this clown run roughshod over him when in all actuality, they could check his ass. But because they're a bunch of bullshit ass people who are a bunch of pussies also, who most of them are some sort of white supremacists too, don't give a fuck, they won't check him. And then you got the Sambos, the brothers who look like us, who they just want some butter biscuits and they just want white daddy to pat him on the head. They worse than the other motherfuckers. Trying to kick brothers out the military too for shaving. It is a concerted effort to erase black people. Concerted. Because they'd rather have us in the fields doing shit, picking their fruit and all the type of shit. But we ain't doing that shit no more. That ain't happening no more. That shit is over. That shit done. They got lots of balls, big ones. It ain't even been 3 months. It's gonna be worse before. No, they ain't got no balls. Because if they had balls, you can stop shit now. You can check him. Because what happens is they have all these private conversations, but for some reason they're so scared of him. I don't understand it. I don't know why. You want to know why? Because they come from these different places where they don't understand what real tough guys are. They come from some bullshit. You do get some who stand up and they'll say something. But the ones who can really check them, who have all of the power, who actually can stop some shit, they won't do nothing. You probably think it's okay for men to play in women's sports. No, DB, I don't. I don't think it's okay. See, you don't know me. Don't try to peg me. You're trying to put me in some sort of box that you don't know me. I don't think it's okay. No. I also don't think, and I don't care if you try to cancel me, I don't think if you're a man, because you decide, if your name is Charles and you decide to call yourself Karina and put on a dress and some lipstick and shit and take some pills, that don't make you no motherfucking woman. See, you don't know me. You think you do, but you don't. Keep trying to peg me and put me in some shit. You don't. You can't. You can't pin me down, bro. You don't know. No other president. That is a fact. DB, that's true. Showtime is not wrong. He added more towards the debt in those 4 years he was in than every other president before him. Go do your research. That's true. And he's trying to do it again, trying to add another $8 trillion to the debt. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. You don't know. Showtime is not wrong. Showtime is 100% correct. Go do some research, man. Son, you telling Trump 2018 economy was bad. It's amazing how people love to forget things. Trump fixed Obama shit. Trump didn't fix shit from Obama. Trump got handed great shit from Obama. You go do your research too, Greg. You motherfuckers just be talking this shit because you hear some talking head on some bullshit ass channel say it. Go research, motherfucker. The people who need to stand up against this dumb shit are not the Democrats. They don't have the power. They have some things that they could do. They need to be a resistant party. They do. They need to be a resistant party. You need to be a resistance like the Republicans were when they were in the minority. But they don't know how to fight. I always said Democrats don't know how to fight. They act like pussies. They don't know how to fight. I mean, DB, you can go wherever you want to go, man. You want to keep deflecting shit and going back. For what? We not in 2018, motherfucker. We in 2025. That's where we are. We're not in 2018. So because you deflect and try to pivot to some bullshit that happened before, that ain't got shit to do with where we live now, motherfucker. What you talking about? Because the shit he doing now ain't bringing down no prices, ain't bringing gas down to $1.99, ain't bringing eggs back down to $2 a dozen. Ain't none of that shit he doing gonna do that. But you want to keep talking about shit he did in 2018. Man, shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Come on, man. You want to have a conversation? Let's have a real conversation. Let's not do some disingenuous bullshit. Exactly, Charles Henry. So you just keep deflecting shit. Yeah, I know that I know that. Tapman, I know that, man. They're not into geopolitics. They live in some stupid bubble. They live in a stupid silo. Get outside of your fucking box, man. The reason why I learned why the Democrats were full of shit is because I got outside of the box. I had to get outside a party. I had to become someone who cares about the American people. Even if the ones I don't really like benefit from some shit that I think is good. And that's bullshit. Right, these motherfuckers are doing all types of dumb shit to hurt us. And you worried about what happened in 2018. Fuck that. That don't mean nothing. And you got a motherfucker standing around acting like he's a king. And then you got these people who some of y'all and some of us voted for who won't do anything to stop him because they have some sort of thing where they want a king. They want a dictator. We didn't even grow up. We never grew up in that shit. We don't even know what that shit is like. We're no fucking dictator or no king. We don't suffer kings and dictators. We motherfucking Americans. This is a fucking republic. We don't take that shit. Ain't no kings in this bitch. None. Oh, I live in a red state too. I live in what you would call a free state. I guess you want to call it that. But they starting to do dumb shit here because they starting to follow that asshole in the White House. It's trickle down, man. The shit rolls downhill. The bullshit starts on the top and ends up catching us. Majority of Republican presidents home their country. That's a fact. Over the last couple of decades, 50 million jobs. Yes, that's a fact. That's why I'm like, talk some facts, man. I'm talking no bullshit. Trump going to fix 2025. He going after the globalists first who take advantage of America. You sound just like the motherfucking stupid bitch who speaks for him. Levitt or whatever her fucking name is. You sound just like that stupid bitch. You sound like a sycophant. You sound like you part of the motherfucking cult. He's not fixing shit. The world don't work that way, motherfucker. America is not the only place on the block anymore. You don't understand that. We live in a global motherfucking economy. It will go around us. We will create another superpower because he's a fucking dummy. You don't understand the way the world works. And I don't even really like it. But it is what it is. You can't just decide, oh, I'm just going to do whatever. You don't fucking know how shit works. Because if you did, you wouldn't say no dumb shit like that. They tried the monarchy when Biden stole the election. Biden never stole the election, you fucking dummy. Trump's own people said that he put in place that shit never happened. And he all still talking that stupid shit about stealing elections. The motherfucker just lost. He just lost the fucking election. You keep it moving, you move on, and then now he came back and he won now. What if I start saying, oh yeah, they stole this election? No. I'd be sounding like a bitch, like a sore loser. What up, Nord? Midori? What up, Danny? I be sounding like a sore loser. This fool doesn't understand how the world works because he thinks that what's going to happen is he's too busy worrying about having people bend down to him because he wants people to kiss his ass. But he's not even smart enough to get him to do that. He's trying to use force and some shit that he can do other things with. He's a fucking idiot. And the people around him just followed him because they ain't got no backbone and no spine. When he had people around him who had backbone and spine, he don't have them around him anymore. He got rid of those people. Anybody that ever stands up to him, you have to get rid of him. But anybody who's willing to just kiss his ass, that's why he likes Vladimir Putin so much. That's why he likes Kim Jong-un so much. Because they'll give him a little niceties and make him feel good about his narcissistic, stupid ass. Everybody knows some person like that. He just happened to be in one of the most powerful positions on the planet, which is bad. China, Korea, and other Asian countries are working together. Yes, they are. It's to screw us. And he's giving them the fucking ammunition. He lost. Yeah, a couple million votes showed. Oh, please, you sound like a motherfucking Fox News correspondent or Newsmax, one of them other rags, man. Pull your head out your ass and go somewhere and learn some shit, man. The poorer states in the South are all red. Yes, yes. The motherfuckers who believed in him so much. Oh, he's our guy. He's God's president. He's this. They're the ones that gonna get fucked the worst. They're the ones. Have you ever considered a job in comedy? Nah, man, Dave, I ain't no comedian, man. I've been to countries where the dollar ain't shit anymore. Arab countries, Putin has nothing to deal with Trump. Well, the reason, but no, see, the dollar is still the reserve currency on the planet. It's still the reserve currency. But if shit keeps going like it is, it won't be. Because this dumb motherfucker is doing stupid shit. This shit was tried in 18-something, and then it was tried again in the 1930s. This shit don't work. And he's doing worse than what they did then. History shows this shit don't work, especially in the economy we live in now. This is not going to make anybody bring anything back to the country. Oh, they're going to open up factories. No, that shit is done. Our politicians sold us down the river on that shit years ago. This shit is not coming back. They will go around us. And that's what's going to happen. You better go do your fucking research on China, how they trying to rebuild the Silk Road. Go read something, motherfucker. The world ain't what it was. We live in a global society. That's what we live in. It's totally different. Fox News admitted that they're not a news. Yeah, they admitted they're not a news channel. That's why they lost that lawsuit. They just and now that all they are state-run media. That's all they do is live to kiss Donald Trump's ass. They won't let real black men run for president. They give us fake fucks like, man, and now you're going into some other bullshit, man. You're a real black man, go run for president, goddammit. What up, cuzzo? The economy from the crash just one more. Yeah, the economy is, listen. You listen to some of the big dogs, the Goldman Sachs and some, we're already in a recession. They bumped that shit up to 60%. We fucked if we keep doing this tariff shit. This ain't gonna work. Manufacturing is not coming back to the United States. And because Intel decided that they're gonna build a factory here, whatever, Donald Trump didn't sign that deal. Joe Biden did. It's part of the Chips and Science Act. Just in case if anybody wants to know. Manufacturing is not coming back to America again. It's not. Because there's no American that's going to work for $6 a day. It's not going to happen. Keep thinking that. What up, Chris? What's going on? That's why the first thing fucked up Musk did was decide that, all of a sudden now we need to make sure that the H-1B visas or whatever they were for the folk who come from India and other places, that they get an exemption. They can still keep coming here. Because he said Americans are too stupid to do those jobs. That's why they kicked Vivek out of there. I don't like him, but he was smart enough to not say that dumb shit. Talking about he's going to be governor. He ain't never be governor of fucking Ohio. Trump only cares about building greater Israel. Israel first. That's right. Tapping, that's true too. Oh, that's all he do. And if you say something against the Israeli government, you anti-Semitic. That's bullshit. I ain't anti-Semitic. First of all, the people that live over there ain't the real Jews any motherfucking way. Do your motherfucking research. Those are the Khazars that came from the fucking mountain. We gave them that shit over there. Those ain't the real people. Them Palestinians over there that they killing like crazy, that's their land. That shit belonged to them. They was there long before them light-skinned white motherfuckers was put there who ain't the real Semitic people of that land. Do your motherfucking research. Yeah, tons of warehouse manufacturers overseas, they build their city just for America. I mean, whatever. They're not coming back here. That's right. Tariffs extended the depression by years. That's a fact, Dave. All people got to do is go read a book somewhere. I mean, and I've heard that too, Grant, that the real Jewish people, because matter of fact, the reason I say that too is because if Jesus wasn't blonde hair and blue-eyed, the motherfuckers couldn't be. They were put there. We gave them that land. Those aren't the true Semitic people in Israel. They're not. And if you say that, oh, you anti-Semitic, fuck that, I'm not anti-Semitic, I'm telling the truth. I ain't got nothing against Jewish people. But I'm not going to lie for you either. That man hates this country and people too dumb to realize, yes, because he's screwing up the economy. Yes, destroying the shit. Because that shit meant so much. Oh, the stock market was doing this, it was doing that. As long as it's doing good. This motherfucker at the beginning of the election, at the beginning of this thing was saying, oh, the stock market is doing so great because they know I'm going to win and I'm going to be back in power. So that's why the stock market is doing so great. He said that out of his own stupid fucking mouth. So now what you got to say? All you MAGA idiots. What do you got to say now? They're not happy no more? Or what happened? It was now that he's in power, everybody done changed their mind now? No, because he's a degenerate businessman who doesn't know how to run a business, let alone a country. He don't know how to do shit. He's a grifter. All the money his pops gave him, he lost that and then had to go get loans and do other shit. He's a degenerate businessman trying to run a country and running it into the fucking ground, just like he did every single one of his own businesses. How the fuck do you bankrupt a casino? Casinos never lose. Casinos don't go out of business. You know why? Because he's a fucking idiot. He's a degenerate businessman. That's why. But you know he's not. Charles, he's not going to take the blame for none of this. He already started moving things up because he's a narcissist. He can't do... What's that guy's name there's a guy that he studied under. I can't remember his name. But he's the one who taught him. There's a Trump movie. I haven't watched it yet. I plan on watching it, but I can't almost bring myself to watch it. Roy Cohn, that was his name. Back in the day, his name was Roy Cohn. All this shit that he does is from the Roy Cohn playbook. Never admit to anything. Always blame somebody else for something. This is part of an old playbook from a guy named, go look him up. I believe his name was Roy Cohn. All of this shit that he's doing, he was like his apprentice. He learned under him. He learned more from him than he did from his own father. Go do some history and study, man. You know who the fuck that guy is. He on some bullshit. He don't give a shit about the American people. He chosen by God. He ain't chosen by no fucking God. He ain't chosen by nobody. He got chosen by a bunch of idiots who listen to him and let him grift them. Make America 110th country. Yes. Right. That'll fix everything. That's what I'm saying. Any of you MAGA idiots out there listening, are you tired of winning yet? Because he said, all we're going to do is win. And he's going to make everybody rich. And we just going to be winning. Are you tired of winning yet? Because from what I saw, we just lost $2 trillion in worth over the stock market because of one dumbass making dumb decisions based off of some stupid guy's theory who's not a real economist who made up some bullshit. Go look that up too. You put tariffs on countries that we've never even done anything with, on countries where there are no people. Because you're a fucking dummy. And you got dumb people around you, and you're just listening to them. Because none of y'all give a shit. Because all of y'all are millionaires and billionaires, and you don't give a fuck about the regular people. MAGA in Nigeria means gullible and easily fooled. I didn't know that, CT. America won't be great until white folks stop. Yo, let me tell you something. All of that make America great again. America ain't never been great for my people. Ever. Never. It's never been great for us. That's why when you hear that asshole Byron Donalds talking about bullshit about what was going on during Reconstruction, motherfucker, we was trying to survive. America ain't never been great for black people. Ever. Not one fucking second. What up, Conwolf? Right, he tear penguins in a U.S. military base, CT. Exactly. See, but nobody doesn't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about America ain't never been great for black people. Give me one example of how America been great for black people. Make America great again. He talking about we back in the golden age. That right there is a dog whistle too. Go look at what the golden age is. There's a whole philosophy behind it. I tell you, look at the golden age and Manifest Destiny. That's some white patriarchal shit. Yo, what up, Jay? Yeah, he's leading us this down a fucking hole, man. Yeah, they hate to admit that they're wrong. They hate to admit it, y'all. They were wrong for following them. All you had to do was listen to him. That's all you had to do was listen to him. Listen to him now for 5 seconds. He talks at like a 3rd grade level or some shit. He's a fucking dumbass. Oh yeah, CT, I know. We out. That's a myth. One of the biggest lies that they've ever been able to prove to people on the planet is that there's more of them than there are us. It's not true. They even derived from us. But nobody talks that shit. Because you can't talk about that. If you talk about that, oh, you being racist, you playing the race card. That's bullshit. If you talk about the bullshit that they do, or you talk about something that and just point out their history, their lineage of evil, you talk about this, you being racist, you pulling the race card. Man, fuck you. My race card must be this motherfucking big. I'm supposed to talk about it. I'm a black man in America living under a system that don't give a fuck about me or my children or my women or anybody that I love. Don't want to be a Capone. Yeah, he wants people to just bend the knee to him. I don't agree with begging for reparations like Tariq. Nothing old should be begged. You want to know something? Tap in. I don't think we should beg for no reparations either. I understand the sentiment behind it, but I don't think we should beg for shit either. But we all owe that shit. We all. And if there's a way to take it, yeah, I agree with you. I don't disagree, bro. Hey man, Project 2025, that shit was real. It's a go look at that. Go read through that shit. It's a playbook of what he's doing. Project 2025, first of all, if no one knows, is a religious document. It's not just a political document. It's based off religious theology too. Just go look up who the Heritage Foundation is. Roy Cohen, lawyer who made his name during the McCarthy. That's right. Thank you, Malik. That's who he is. My God, definitely idiots. My coworker said I couldn't change his mind even with facts. Because they're brainwashed. See, now I don't want to say that every MAGA person is some sort of racist or bigot or something, but there is a level of hate that rides inside their rhetoric. It just is. And I believe that hate and fear are two of the most biggest motivators ever. And that's why they all listen to him. Oh, the other is going to hurt you. They want to take your jobs. Look at these people raping this one. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're bringing drugs here. They're doing this. They're doing all that stuff. All of that stuff is to create an other so you can have a boogeyman. That's what that's all about. And they fell for that shit because they have these ideas in their head because the media have been portraying us as fucking monsters for forever, and they connected with something inside their head. And there's a deep space inside them. They may not ever want to admit it, that there's a part of their hate that matched up with his hate, and they agree with that bullshit. And let's get rid of these other motherfuckers. They don't need to be here. They'll tolerate black people because of how we came here. That's a whole other subject. There's a whole lot of ways you can go with this. Yeah, I know they had to teach them how to clean themselves. I know that the Moors had to teach them how to wash their ass. I know that. That's history. They blame Mitch McConnell for not allowing him to be impeached back in 2018. I mean, you want to know something? Because he did what he was supposed to do as a partisan. That's what he was supposed to do. But that's what I'm saying. The shit he doing now ain't what he was doing then. And the problem is they can stop him dead in his tracks if they want to. Dead in his tracks. But ain't none of them men up there. None of them. They all a bunch of bitch asses. One of the biggest bitch asses in the whole fucking government is Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz ran against this man, and this man talked about Ted Cruz's wife. He talked about Ted Cruz's daddy. All type of shit he did talking to this guy. And you know what Ted Cruz do now? He kisses ass because Ted Cruz ain't a man. Because a real man, you can still be a Republican or whatever, but you don't got to kiss his ass. He talks shit about your wife and about your father and about your family. And you just going to brush that shit off like it's okay. You kiss his ass at every turn. It's because you's a bitch ass. And he holds a certain level of power that Trump can't take away from him. A lot of them are like that. He talks shit about the same thing he did with Marco Rubio. The same shit that he did. These guys are on bullshit. That's why I don't trust none of them. Oh God, we'll do the president. Yeah, CT, that's kind of what it is. The Supreme Court tried to make him like he's a king, and he's trying to act like it. But there's still a way to stop him. The people that can stop him, though, are a bunch of bitch asses, and they won't do nothing. Because he can be stopped. There are mechanisms to stop him, but they won't do it. Because there's a level of hate that they have that they agree with him. It's racist, patriarchal, white supremacists doing racist, patriarchal, white supremacist things. And nobody likes it when you say that. But history proves me right. I don't have to even give no facts. Go pick up a fucking book. History proves me right. That's right. J.D. Vance said he was an American Hitler. He said that. But when you get into them different places and them halls of power, you get in those places and you want to have power, man, it consumes. See, I've never been in that situation. It might consume me if I got into it. I don't know. But that's what happened with those guys. They don't have no backbone. They have no balls. They're not real men. They're not. Because there are some people in that party who don't like them, who stand up for them. They just did some shit just the other night. It was 4 of them. They just did some shit the other night. It's probably not going to do anything because it'll move from the Senate and go to the House, and the House is not going to do nothing. Because the Speaker of the House, he a bitch ass. Because they're too busy licking down Trump's balls. Instead of being men. You can stop them dead in his tracks. There's still ways to do it. But they won't. They're cowards. They won't do it. It is. Power seems to be cancerous. You're correct, CT. Let's keep it a buck. Trump doing all of this because of the fentanyl problems. Crash everything. Man, what the fuck are you talking about? This ain't got shit to do with fentanyl. You need to go read. This ain't got shit to do with fentanyl. If you look at the amount of fentanyl that comes through from Canada, it's less than 1%. More less than that now. They were already beefing up that stuff. You need to go somewhere and read, man. Ah, man, Dave, let him talk. Maybe he'll get educated. You need to go somewhere, brother, and read. This ain't got shit to do with fentanyl. You watch too much right-wing television, yo. Go pick up some books. Go learn some shit. Get some real statistics, man. Because all you doing is spouting a bunch of right-wing bullshit. Every time you say, I've been listening to you, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Then sometimes you say some shit that makes sense. I don't get it. You're like one of the most confused motherfuckers I ever seen. Like, you just make shit up, man. It's bullshit. Yeah, bring me some facts. Show me some shit. All I know is that fucking the world is on fire right now. And the one that tanked it is the one who a lot of y'all motherfuckers voted for. Because you was listening to his bullshit. He right. He tariffing the world because of fentanyl. Yeah, right, CT. That's bullshit, man. You need to go somewhere and educate yourself, brother. And you seem to be like you're a brother. You're talking like you're a brother. You just may be misguided. So, I mean, eventually I will just cut you off. But I want you to get some education, you know? Right. I mean, no, and I understood that too. I understood that. I understand that, people who didn't vote. I understand that. I get the sentiment behind it. But I sat and I listened. And the fact of the matter is, I'd rather be dealing with the status quo than dealing with the bullshit I'm dealing with now. That lesser of two evils thing is fucked up. It just is. But if things hadn't went the other way, we wouldn't be going through this now. We wouldn't. Because you can say whatever you want to say about the woman. You could talk all this shit they like to say, all the right-wing shit about her. She fucked her way to this, and she did that, and she did this. She ain't a stupid woman. She was a prosecutor. She's a fucking pit bull. We just never got to see her because she had to walk this tightrope. And I ain't got no love for her either. But I know we wouldn't be going through this bullshit. The leaders of our country are tough guys that wear bronzer and eyeliner. Right. I know exactly what you mean, CT. It's crazy, man. I love seeing all the MAGA stuff. And I live, and where I live at, I live in the middle of MAGA country. There's some pockets that are not, but I live in the middle of that. I like seeing all that shit. Because I'm different. I don't give a fuck about that MAGA shit. I walk in the motherfucking room, I don't give a fuck who's in there. They be like, who does big black motherfucker think he is? This big black motherfucker walking up in here, fucking around to find out. I walk in every room that way. I'm a motherfucking American, a true motherfucking American, a patriot. I don't give a fuck about politics. I care about the country and shit that's going on in here. When I see a Democrat doing dumb shit, I'm going to call them out. When I see a fucking Republican doing dumb shit, I'm going to call them out. When I see a Libertarian, I'm going to call them out. Green Party, whatever, I'm calling them all the fuck out. And right now, who's fucking us is the dumb-ass Republicans in the motherfucking majority. That's who's fucking us right now. They want to have a king. They have abdicated all their power. They are a co-equal branch of government. They have abdicated all their power to this clown. And they sitting there behind the scenes talking to other people about how they don't like them and they don't this and they don't that, but they too scared to have some balls and do something. China, Mexico, Canada bring fentanyl in America. I don't blame Trump. You don't do your research, man. Do your research, man. Do your research. Right, Charles. Those MAGA people so poor. Right. And they fucking live in these, they poor as hell. Right. And no tariffs on Russia. Because he a Russian asset. I believe that. He's too busy because he's too busy trying to kiss his ass. When I saw the man who's supposed to be the head of our government, who's supposed to be the most powerful man in the world, sit on national television next to a man who's supposed to be our ally and kiss the ass of a man who's supposed to be our enemy, who has been for decades, and kiss his ass, talking about we've been through so much together, and remember Russia, and you kissing his ass, you on TV, national TV, licking his balls, looking like a bitch. I was embarrassed that day to call myself an American. It embarrassed me. I'm like, I can't believe he's doing this. Because he's a bitch ass. That's why he was doing it. Because ain't no real man gonna do that. Up there juggling his balls on national television. Right. Because that man is, because he's a real tough guy. The guy with balls he juggling. He a real tough guy. That's why he don't speak much, and that's why he's so quiet. Exactly, CT. Christian nationalists have been orchestrating Pride 24. Yes, they have. There's a documentary called K Street, I think it is. I think it's called K Street, or it's about K Street. You gotta go do a little bit of research, you'll find it. There's a whole documentary on it, what that is. It's about the religious right making its way into the government to try to take it over. Go look it up. That's what this is all about. This Christian nationalist shit. But it's about white Christian nationalists. And you're not supposed to say that because, oh, you being racist. That's bullshit. The truth is the truth. Because you don't like it don't mean it ain't true. We've been fighting against this bullshit for centuries now. And you can't find a way to get rid of us, and you're not going to. Because y'all ain't going to do shit. That's why they keep talking about, ain't gonna be no fucking race war. Ain't no race war happening. Something like that pop off. if one particular group only cares about one particular. No. It's not. Hey, what's going on, Sunshine? I'm not worrying about that. The problem is the civil war that we're going to have is the have against the have-nots. That's where that comes from. What up, Tap In? Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. He said, if Jesus was on earth today, how would he side? I guarantee it wouldn't be. No, he wouldn't side with them because they're not true Christians. True Christians are followers of Christ and what Christ taught. They're not true Christians. They have a form of Christianity. Because the way they are, Christ never was. If you believe in the character of Christ, and you believe in the Christ of the Bible, what they espouse is not what he was inside that book, or is inside that book, depending on how you believe. This guy wouldn't survive a real debate with me. Point blank. Man, Greg, I'll eat you alive, bro. I'll eat you alive, man. Think that if you want to. You'll leave there looking stupid. Think that if you want. You're trying hard, though. You're trying real hard. That's why I just sit and listen to you. You put out so much shit and then you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I can tell you don't read a book. You watch certain things and that's all you do. You don't even read books. You don't do no other research other than what they tell you through whatever right-wing propaganda shit you look at. And if you're a black guy, it's fucked up because you end up being a sailboat. You want you some butter biscuits too. I'm listening to you all over the fucking place. Your thought pattern isn't even consistent with itself. So you can try that shit if you want, man. Motherfucker, you don't know me. I lock into you and use your own bullshit against you. That's all you're doing, put out a bunch of bullshit. But then you want to take it out. He wouldn't survive with me in a real debate. Yeah, I would. I'd eat your ass alive. See, because what I am is I'm a true apologist. And you probably don't know what that is. But that's what I am. So if you want to get into some sort of debate, we can. But all I'm going to do is take your bullshit and beat you over the head with it. Tap in. I think we got one coming, bro. I do. I think it's coming, man. I think it is. Unfortunately, I think it is. Yeah, unfortunately, I think so. Especially if they keep moving with them plans about how they're going to turn Gaza into some sort of fucking beachfront property and do all type of shit. They're not going to stand for that. All of the Arab nations are against that shit. It's just starting some bullshit for no reason, man. Not sure what I walked into, but can we all chill out and not raise? No. No, Sunshine. This is not a time for civility. This is a time to not be civil. Because there's no civility on the other side. Those are the ops. And I'm not civil with an op. And my blood pressure is not raised. But I am passionate about what I'm talking about. That's right. Them butter biscuits, man. Shout out to Dr. Umar. That's what it is, man. All you gotta do is listen to a guy and watch him type and watch his thought process is not even the same as he goes along. It shifts and changes. Because he's talking out of both sides of his face. My gibber, yeah, I can be jibber jab, be fun. That's fine. I'm glad. Respect it, bro. Respect it. I respect you too. You're allowed to say whatever stupid shit you want. And I'm allowed to call you out on it. And you will feel the same way. You're allowed to do it too. That's how you're supposed to do it. And you can say Dr. Umar ain't shit if you want. Everything Dr. Umar say ain't wrong. And everything Dr. Umar say ain't right. But he do got some shit right. See, it's called eating the meat and spitting out the bones. Motherfucker, you don't know me, man. I talk a lot of gun shit because I like gun shit. I like talking shit and I like having fun. But you don't know me. I love talking and getting into arguments and shit. That shit is fun for me. Especially when I know the person I'm going against ain't got no wits. For sure. That's some funny shit right there. That's hilarious. But, you know, it is what it is, man. It takes all kinds in this world. That's what makes this stuff fun. It makes it fun. Especially when you get guys come along who just they talk like, oh yeah, man, this about debating and shit. It's funny. Yeah, he does go hard. He goes hard. But you just said Dr. Umar ain't shit. Now you say you like Dr. Umar though, because he go hard for the black race. I mean, make up your motherfucking mind. Either he ain't shit, because if you like an ain't shit guy, that means you ain't about shit. Come on, man, get it together. What, you in your 20s or something? You sound like a young nigga. Maybe a little older. That's hilarious. That's why I said your thought processes don't even add up. 1 minute he ain't shit, the next minute you like him though, because he go hard for black people. That's hilarious. He ain't shit because he don't like snow bunnies. Oh my God, here we go with your dumb shit, man. He does seem bipolar, doesn't he, CT? He seems bipolar. And he having a little fun too. We doing a little trolling. That's all right. Maybe he'll learn something. Because here's the thing. You don't ever have to admit that you agree with anything that I say. It's about planting the seed. Hopefully you're smart enough to go somewhere and say, man, let me see what you're saying. Let me find out what's up. Because I've had to change my mind on many a thing, but I'm just that type of man. I want to live to be right. I don't want to just sound right. I want to actually personify what right is. So if I have to change my opinion based on fact, and I thought one way, and I have to change it because my thought process was wrong, then I just have to do that. But I'm a man. I can do that. I ain't no bitch ass. Dave, I know you're gonna sound like, yeah, man. I'm like, yo, this stuff was fun, man. Yeah, right, you need some books to read. Something. Go do some independent something. Go do some independent searching. Go do something, man. I'd love to debate you. You want to debate? We can set up something and have a debate right on the live stream. No problem at all. I'll debate you as 1, 2, 3 in a minute. Let you have the floor. Say whatever it is you got to say. And then commence to eating you the fuck up. And no, I won't say it different, because that's what I mean. Eating you the fuck up. With your own bullshit that you speak. Because you ain't put out one fact yet. That's the thing. I don't have to prove anything. You start talking the bullshit, you need to prove it. I'll give you the floor on my channel where I control it and let you talk all the shit you want. But then I tell you to fuck up. Don't let the fat man with the guns fool you. It ain't all that I am. I'm a pretty smart motherfucker. I'm the smartest man in the world. But I got enough to eat you the fuck up. That's for sure. All I gotta do is listen to you and watch you type some shit in the chat for a little while to know that. Incoherent thought process and having ass. He wouldn't read them, Charles. He wouldn't read them. Not at all. But this is fun though. You got some gun shit y'all want to talk about? Yeah, man. These are for to talk about things that, because the guns are important, but I like to do these to talk about stuff outside of the gun that's important too. For sure. I'm not a one issue voter. I won't just vote for anybody because they say they're for guns. No. If you're for guns, but you're about taking people's rights away and doing all type of shit, then no, fuck you with that bullshit. April 15th, the Canic will be here. Mac 911, the 1911 DS comp. CT, I'm looking into it, man, but I didn't put a different comp on my regular Mac 9. I'm wondering if I need to spend another $1,000 on that gun. That's what gives me pause. Now, I do want the Canic. I want that because it's a new Canic. I'm a Canic guy, and it's different than what they've done before. And it's the first one that's made here in the States, so I got to have it. I want to have one of those. And 9 times out of 10, it may end up being some sort of carry gun. But I got to have that because I'm a Canic guy. You'll know that. I literally looked at your chat, and there's people in interracial relationships. Dr. Umar ain't shit. A black man should experience all types of flavors. Oh Jesus, what they got to do with anything? We're talking about guns now, man. Come up with a gun question. I don't give a fuck who you love. You like white folks? You like Chinese ladies? You like Dominicans? Like whatever floats your boat. That's on you. I don't care. That's your business. I don't give a damn about none of that. I do have a Canic red dot. I have the MO. I think the MO2 and the MO3. I don't have the new one yet. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the new one. I ain't seen it for sale yet where I can just buy it by itself. I do want to have that though. My wife stole my Mac 19. Go get one, CT. You know, what's your beef with Smith and Wesson? So Big Zo, my beef with Smith and Wesson is, I like the third generation stuff. I like that stuff. My beef is just with the new stuff, with the trigger. I don't like the new trigger. I had the 10 millimeter the first week it came out. The first week. I put, 150, 200 rounds through it. I hated the trigger. It felt like it had sandpaper on it. And the ejection pattern sucked. I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. So I spoke to my man Big Dre. We did a trade. He liked it. I didn't like it. What I got from him, I liked it, but I traded it for something else. That's my problem with Smith & Wesson, Big Zo. I don't like the triggers, man. Even the enhanced trigger that they came with, the second generation trigger, I didn't like it. The hinge trigger I never liked. But then the new one, I didn't like it. It felt like it had sandpaper in it, man. I didn't like it. Like my competitor, the only reason I bought it was because it already had an Apex trigger in it. That's why I bought it. Billy told me how good it was, and when I saw it and it had the trigger on it, because he changed the trigger out in his, and he loved that gun. When I saw it for the price and it already had the upgraded trigger, I had to get it for my birthday. Anyone worried about carrying a P320 with the issue they have? Man, CT, I don't know, man. They ain't proved nothing yet. Yeah, just that Smith & Wesson 10, Charles. I ain't really like it, man. It was the trigger, and the ejection pattern was funny, man. I don't know why. I didn't like it, but Big Dre loved it. My question about guns is it a hobby or a collection? It's both. And sometimes it's more than that. Because I really know how to shoot. I collect guns. And I'm more of a gun hoarder, Greg, if you don't know. So you must be really new. Because I'm more of a gun hoarder. It's both of those things. I collect, but I like to hoard. I just do. And I just like to do that. I get stuff all the time that I never actually thought about getting. Yeah, it is an investment too. Thank you, Charles. I'll see something. It'll be something I never even thought about it. Price is right. Look good. I like it. You snatch it up. Yeah, but I'm a shooter too. I ain't just a collector or a hobbyist or a hoarder. I can shoot. That's from many hours of being on the range, shooting. I don't get to go as much as I used to anymore. Things in my life shifted. But there was a time when I went to the range 4 days a week. All the time. Yep, and for protection too. Oh yeah, I ain't got all these guns for hunting and for hobby. No. Some of them I just have. I don't really shoot them a lot. But there's some that I shoot all the time. And then there's some that I keep. Them with the big dogs, if they got to start barking, there's a problem. Guns are fun and therapeutic at the same time. Yes, they are. I say this to people that don't like it, but when I go out on the range on a Sunday morning and the sun is sitting just right and I'm just sitting there, I feel close to God. That's my church. It just is. It's peaceful with that gun going off, and them rounds and them blasts and everything. It's just as peaceful as can be. I've been just as quiet on the inside, enjoying myself. You have to get a black powder. Big Zo, I've been thinking about that, man, for a while, getting a black powder. I got to add that. I don't own one. I've been thinking about that. Give me a black powder rifle. Or either a black powder pistol. It's something I've been thinking about. I was trying to call myself not getting a whole bunch of guns and shit, man. That's what I call myself. I'm at a real slow pace right now. See, what's your shit hit the fan? Grand and grab and go. Vest in a blackout. Man, I don't know if I got no shit hit the fan. See, I don't look at stuff that way. I do got a plate carrier. I do a big one. Made by a company called Condor. I got plates, level 4s, 3s. I got all that stuff. Keep that stuff. But I don't know what I would grab if I had to leave. I didn't think about it. I don't know. But it probably wouldn't be a 300 blackout. It would be something that I would be able to get more ammo if I had to pick up somebody else's rifle or something. Wouldn't be that. That is nothing to debate. It's a fact that we had The record best economy in the world. Yes, I know, Danny. I know, bro. Guns and golf. Well, mine's used to be guns and bowling, Charles. I just can't. My knee messed up, man, so I can't bowl like I used to, man. That used to be my thing. Guns and bowling, man. That was my thing, bro. Synergy of the soul. All right, Dave. I like that. Yeah, man. I used to. There was a time when I had, 12, 13, $250 plus bowling balls. That was my thing. A Mosin M39. I don't know about that one, Yeah, I don't know about that one. I need to fix my joint. I gotta put my STS, put the firing pin back in it. I was trying to get the upgrade because this is the original one in there because the original joint. Are you talking about the Nagant, the 7.62x54R? I should have had one of those years ago. I remember Tina back in the days when I first got into shooting. Man, you could walk into the store and there'd be a barrel full of Mosins. They'd be like $75 a piece. And I never bought one because I always figured that they would always be there. I kick myself now whenever I see one. Hey, what up, Jibba Jabba? What's going on, man? I have ceramic fiberglass level 4 plates, very lightweight. Yeah, I have those. I have level 4 ceramic plates. Then I have some other ones too that are made out of the AR500 joints that I bought from them. I have them. I have some that's about to expire. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna shoot them and see if it still works. After 5 years, a couple of the ones that I have say after 5 years, it actually has an expiration date on it. I thought that was weird. I'm like, metal can expire. Now the ceramic, I guess I don't know if it just weakens or degrades or whatever, but it actually had an expiration date on it. I got those from AR500 several years ago. But they're supposed to be able to take multiple hit something from some black tip armor piercing round or something. I had them for a while now. Yeah, I had a plate carrier and all that stuff. I've been doing this for a long time now, since 2007? Something like that. I've been doing this for quite a while now. Yeah, but this is just I need to fix my SKS. It's one of my favorite guns. I like it more than I like my AK. But it's just that's the trick because when it gets real dirty inside, the firing pin can get stuck in the forward position and you get a slam fire. I had it happen to me. That's the video I put out. I almost killed myself. I did not, Tina. I didn't get that yet. This I'm trying not to spend a whole bunch of money, man. You got stuff coming up, and then little Zach, he turning 13 on Tuesday. I'm trying to, I don't know, because he won a bunch of stuff, and it's a lot going on, man. Trying not to be all willy-nilly. I got a couple things that are on the way that are coming. One should be here on Monday. Hopefully it'll be at the FFL on Monday. That's a little project thing that I got. I got the last thing I got was my Smith & Wesson 1.0 that I bought. I got for a crazy price, and I'm gonna send to the guy, and I'm gonna have him cut the slide and do a bunch of stuff to it, make it look real nice. It's a project gun. Grand Power pistols. Now I don't know much about them, Jibba Jabba. Now, the one that I heard about that was supposed to be real good was the Excalibur, the Grand Power Excalibur. I often thought about getting one of those. I just never really had much experience with those, but I heard that was actually a real nice gun. I think it's called Excalibur. It's supposed to be real nice. What's my shit hit the fan loadout? I don't know, man. Something sitting in the closet in the other room. I don't really much think about that, honestly. I don't. If I ever really got it in my mind, I'll put something together. But I don't be thinking about that, Greg. Not all the time. I got other shit hit the fan though. So let me ask you, how many canned jars of meat do you got? And vegetables and beans? How much dry beans you got? And dry rice? And medical supplies and shit of that nature. How much of that stuff do you got? What up, Dave? What's going on, man? See, that's part of my shit hit the fan too. How much of that stuff do you got? Right, CT. Whatever I can get my hands on first. So I look at it that way too, because I can't eat all these guns and these bullets. I need to be able to have other stuff too. That's right, the pork chops, Big Zo, you know it. Not to mention the closet full of 25-year food, stuff that's freeze dried and all type of stuff, and all of the water and shit that you keep. Yeah, we can never have enough. So I got way more than 2 weeks worth, bro. I can survive in this house for way longer than 2 weeks. A lot longer. That's a different level, though. That's beyond guns. That's right. Provisions, Jibba Jab. You gotta have them. I know how to grow shit too. I know how to put a seed inside some dirt and make it grow and cultivate it. There's things you need to know how to do. How to graft things on the trees and stuff. Shout out to my homie Lev Farmer for teaching people how to do that stuff and pressure cannon and all of that. And this water bath cannon and things like that, and steam cannon. Things that you need to know. Well, I got a flail, Daddy. I have a flail. I don't have a full-size Anubis. Matter of fact, I got one of the first flails. Matter of fact, mine is like number 3. So it's an Anubis, part of the Anubis line. It's an all ornament product. It's called nature. I'll go hunting. No, see, Greg, you won't go hunting. Because if shit hit the fan, everybody will be hunting. You need to have some shit that you ain't got to go out and get. Hunting is good. But everybody going to be out hunting and fishing. And in that type of situation, you want to try to stay off the grid and stay off the radar as much as you can. How much solar power shit and stuff that you got? Let's talk about some other stuff. How much backup generators and shit and stuff like that do you got? So we can go down a whole another rabbit hole. I'm fat guy with guns. I'm not fat guy with guns only. There's more conversations we can have, bro. That's right. It's time, Tina. I've been listening. Every time you come across some sales, we do some canned goods and all that other stuff. Anybody out there listening, remember, best buy date doesn't mean expired. It means best buy. That's right, Homestead Heart. She's another one, Jibba Jabba. I learned a lot from her too. Because that's where Led learned the cannon. He used to always point to her for the cannon. I've been watching Homestead Heart now for a long time. If I ever do give me some land one day, have me some pigs and chickens and all that other stuff, I'd love to do that. I thought about getting some chickens here because when I was looking through the bylaws, ain't no prohibition against it. And then I don't got a lot of land like that, but I can do some 5-gallon bucket gardening. And I've done that before. I got stands and stuff that I built in order to be able to do it. Yeah, Greg, nature is good, bro. But you need to have some shit that you ain't got to run outside and try to get. You might have to be incognito. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of levels to this, man. I don't know where you at, but I've been in the gun shit a long time. And then took me right over into the prepping shit and the gardening stuff and all the canning and all the other stuff. And trying to learn how to do shit and fix shit, knowing how to sew and how to staple up a wound and use super glue and all other, just a whole lot of stuff, man. That's right. It's fat guy with guns, not fat guy with guns only. Remember that. Oh well, we've been here talking a long time. Got me something to drink. I appreciate everybody. All of the regulars. Love you guys. The new folks. Thanks for coming through. Having something to say. Even if you was trolling, it is what it is. Oh, that is the man, yo. He's a good dude, Charles. He a good guy, man. And he's funny too. He a good guy, man. Real good guy. This was fun. I always appreciate y'all coming out and chopping it up, man, and listening. It's always good, man. It's therapeutic. I appreciate y'all. Anybody, June 6th and 7th, don't forget, regular meetup 5, we're gonna be in Atlanta. Hey, bro, listen, man. I don't mind. We say BOTP in the community that I'm a part of. The brothers of the plate and the sisters of the plate. We don't usually call each other fat. But I don't care if you call me that. I'm a big guy, it don't matter. I'm a fat guy, so what? I named myself Fat Guy with Guns. I can't get mad if somebody call me fat guy. But we BOTPs and SOTPs, brothers and sisters of the plate. That's how we address each other. Yo, appreciate y'all. Like I said, don't forget June 6th, June 7th, Atlanta, Georgia, regular meetup. You can go to regularmeetup.com, sign up for your tickets and everything. Well, I will, Greg, at some point in time. I'll be there. For real. I go every once in a while. Yeah, man. Listen, appreciate y'all. I'm gonna head out. My back camera just went on. That means my family's home. So yo, appreciate you, big dog. Peace, everybody, man. Y'all take it easy. I'll see y'all on Wednesday. All right? Peace out.